Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bill Russatella. I'm here with my main man, Rod Ogren. We're coming to you live from Woodgrove High School. We're going to call it Wolverine Stadium for this evening's matchup between the visiting Loudoun Valley Vikings and the Woodgrove Wolverines. We're just about to kick off a great matchup, Rod, on the mound tonight. The two aces are facing off. Of course, the ace for the Wolverines, a commit to Virginia Tech, Nick Lockhart, will be up against his future teammate from Valley, Michael Groupe, who is also committed to go play for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff, actually. It's kind of neat to have two kids that are going to a D1 school coming out of the same town, especially the same year. So it should be a good matchup.
It is. Let me get this opportunity to run down the starting lineup real quickly here before we throw the first pitch for the Vikings, playing shortstop, number 1, batting leadoff, Aaron Lautenschlager. In the 2-hole, playing second base is number 7, David Gingras. Batting third is number 21 and playing left field, Reese Goodlin. Batting cleanup and also doing the pitching on the hill for the Vikings, number 1, Michael Groupe. Batting fifth and playing right field is number 15, John Sedmak. Batting sixth and playing third base. Nope, he's playing first base. It's not 3, though. He's playing first base.
Oh.
Brad Walker, number 22. Batting 7th. There goes my perfect game. Batting 7th, playing third base, is number 5, Jared Molnar. Batting 8th. And doing the catching for the Vikings, number 29, Joseph Donofrio. And batting 9th, playing center field, is Riley Ashby, number 8, stepping to the plate. Here we have Lautenschlager. And
Ball 1.
Don't recognize Nick Lockhart out there without his hair, Rod.
Yeah, it looks like most of the Wolverines got really short haircuts when they're doing the anthem. I think Desarn had a mohawk. A bunch of them had really short military-style haircuts.
Yep. And, of course, doing the coaching for the Vikings, recently getting his 500th victory last week, is Wayne Todd. And Lockhart will fall behind Lautenschlager 3-0. 3-0, you look for Lautenschlager to be taken all the way here, Rod.
Yeah, I would think so, too, especially since Nick hasn't shown he can hit the strike zone yet.
There's one right down Broadway for the first strike of the evening from Lockhart. The count moves to 3-1. There's a ground ball out to shortstop, gobbled up, throw across the diamond for the first. Oh, it's a high throw, but he gets him on the tag.
Wow, that was a little closer than it should have been.
John Marquardt playing first base gets the tag down there, and Ethan Desarn defensively for the Wolverines playing shortstop. Stepping to the dish for the Vikings is the second baseman, number 7, David Gingras.
Yeah, Wyatt Miles is short today. Might have been a little high.
Oh, that's not Desarn playing shortstop?
Yeah,
it is.
Oh, that's Desarn?
Yeah.
That's right field.
Desarn right here, shortstop.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's because I put 4-3, not 6-3.
Count is 1-1 on Gingras. That's why Rod's supposed to stick to the stats and let me do the play-by-play up here.
I was trying. I put the wrong number down.
Oh, a breaking ball. Doesn't get the curve, and it's high and tight for a 2-1 count.
Shortstop is 6, not 4. That was my problem.
Where's left base? That's what I want to know. Here's the 2-1 offering from Lockhart. That's right down Broadway again to even the count at 2-2. Once again, we're live here from Woodgrove High School. No score in the top of the first. 1 out. Lockhart will deal to Gingras. Another breaking ball. Stays up again. He's not getting a break on that breaking ball. A little chilly out here, Rob. Maybe he's just not got the feel for his off-speed stuff yet.
Yeah, it's a little cool. Been hot the last couple days, but
there's one back up the middle. It's going to bounce on through for the first hit of the evening for Gingras. Bounces it right past Lockhart. Gingras will be on first with 1 out, and that will bring the left fielder, number 21, Reese Goodlin.
To bat for the Vikings, number 21, Reese Goodlin.
You'll see here, of course, Goodland batting from the left side. He'll have a nice open hole there between first and second.
I'll give you a little wider angle here so you can see the leadoff. The guy's taking it first.
Short lead for Gingras. Lockhart struggling with his command here early, Rod.
Yeah, he is throwing a lot of balls. We'll get some numbers on it after the inning's over.
Yep, 1-0 count. There's one foul down the left field line. Is going to be out of play at an even count at 1. All right, defensively out there, we have John Marquardt playing first, Wyatt Miles at second, Ethan Nazarn at short, Christian Heil at third. Behind the dish is Nick Monastero. Left field, Tim Blankenship. Another off-speed pitch once again. He can't get the snap on it. Leaves it up high for a ball. Playing center field for the Wolverines is Hunter McCormick. And in right field is Brady Drawball.
And Goodland squared the bunt on that, and he pulled back. But
it's got a nice hole over there between first and second. Heading to count 2-1. Lockhart will throw over. Not much of a lead there for Gingras.
Just keeping him honest out there.
He does square around and gets the bunt down. What a beautiful bunt it is.
That was a nice one.
Can't do it any better than that. Goodland moves the runner up. They'll move him into scoring position, but there are 2 outs now, so the Vikings anticipating a pitching matchup, trying to move a man into scoring position. That'll give Group A chance to help himself, Rod, with a man out there on second base and 2 outs here in top of the first.
Yep, that's what at least give him the opportunity here. He bats for the Vikings. In fact, he bats cleanup when he's not pitching. Lockhart, on the other hand, is the DH for the Wolverines, so he will not come to the plate.
And that's Group A getting a good piece of that one, but way out in front and jerks it down the left field line, just foul. Outside the reach of third baseman Christian Heil. Swings right through that one. Lockhart bringing the heat with the high fastball. Jumps out on top. 0-2 to Group A. 2 outs top of the first here from Woodgrove. Gingras, who singled, is on second. And he gasses them again up top. Brings the fastball. Didn't have control of the off-speed pitches, but he gets out of the first with no damage. And we'll move to the bottom of the first with this no score here from Woodgrove. I didn't mention that, of course, the Wolverines are managed by head coach Russell Smith. And they'll be bringing to the dish their leadoff hitter, the shortstop Ethan Nazarn, in the bottom of the... You got some pitches up there, Rod? Pitch count?
Yeah, so he threw 18 pitches, 8 balls, 10 strikes, and 1 strikeout.
How many pitches?
18.
Oh, not too bad.
Not too bad, yeah. Huh. Show you the defense here for the Vikes. Away defense. There you go. So you got Group
Oh, nice. Look at that. That's new technology you brought to the game. You brought your A game tonight.
I did. Well, I've had this. I kind of forgot that I had it on there. I need to make it green so it looks
that
better,
is nice.
But, you know,
I like that.
It gives you an idea who's playing defense out there for the Vikes. And as we move through the game, we'll try to bring you some replays as well in between innings. Who's batting first for the...
Ethan Nazarn.
Number 2. And Group A's on the mound.
He is.
That's squared away.
Yeah.
There we go. Looks better.
Look at that. All right. Once again, folks, my name is Bill Russatella. Rod Ogren is doing all the work behind the scenes. He's working the camera. He's the color man, bringing all the stats. If you want to watch this broadcast at your leisure, anytime after, if you're not watching now, statstream.biz. You can catch all the spring sports up there at your leisure. It's all made possible by the help of all of our sponsors. Special thanks to my man Pat Cunningham at First Team Sports. If you need sports apparel or you're interested in doing some high school fundraising, he's your man. Velocity Wings. Come into one of their 6 family-friendly locations, of course, all over Loudoun County for their award-winning gourmet wings. Our friends over at Valley Energy, the smart choice for all your propane, diesel fuel, and heating oil needs. Mannix HVAC. If a problem occurs with your heating or cooling, don't panic. Call Mannix. Of course, Coach's Corner Grill, Voice Sports, Loco Sports, the newest pub coming to Percival, downtown Percival. My man Kevin Bednar's will be opening up the Percival Pub in the middle of June. Looking forward to that, Rod.
Yeah, I am too. That should be good. I actually have those logos down here. Look, there they are, the pub, right as I flick. Right
Look
as I
at
mention
that.
it.
That's what we got going on. And Group A's first offering is in there for strike 1 to Desarn.
Yeah, Group A, the last couple times we've seen him, he was very much in command right from the get-go.
I tell you, I think I've done 3 Valley games, and he's pitched all of them.
Yeah, well, we're spreading them out just perfectly, so we only see the ones that Group A pitches. I saw one that Dudak pitched. He
it
won
works
that
for
one
me.
Too, so. Actually, the 500th win, Ryan Dudak was
was he?
Yeah, okay. That was a 3-2.
Okay. There's a bouncer out to second base. 2 hopper. Gobbled up by Gingras for the first out of the inning. He flips it over to Walker. 1 up, 1 down for Group A.
There, I got it right this time. Oh. See? Gingras to Group to Walker.
Look at that. This professional organization here coming to the dish. The right fielder, number 10, Brady, draw ball. There's a shot that's yanked foul just over the head of the third base coach. Is that Russell Smith out there coaching third? He had to duck and get out of the way of that one. It's a loud strike for Group A. He's ahead in the count 0-1. You have to give me a clip for this. See, so I can put it right here.
It's got a clip, Bill. That's what that is.
Where's that?
See, it's a built-in clip.
Like to hold
there
it.
You go.
Whoa.
Like a little holder. Bill spent the first 4 games talking into this little thing that's the mute button. Now he's discovered it has a clip.
I'm glad there's no video evidence.
Struck him out.
Oh, we didn't like that call. Looked to be a little high and tight. Of course, I was messing with my what I thought was a microwave. Oh, he's a little barking. Draw ball goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. The second baseman steps to the plate. Number 9, Wyatt Miles. Pop straight up in the infield. Oh, it's going to make its way out to center field. Yeah.
Makes the play.
Third out of the play. A routine can of corn for the center fielder, Riley Ashby. 3 up and 3 down for Group A. We'll move to the top of the first. No score here from Woodgrove. You got some more stats for that inning there, Rod? Statmaster?
I do. Just have to give me a second here.
There's Mannix Heating and Cooling. Look at those sponsors.
Yeah, we'll get some blurbs up for them too in a minute.
We have a brand new sponsor I'm going to mention before we hit those stats. Lydia Clark, a big supporter of baseball all over Loudoun County, big supporter of the Percival Cannons. And welcome Lydia Clark aboard. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So look at Group A, only 7 pitches, 1 strikeout, 6 strikes, only 1 ball. This is what we saw last time from him. He really started off strong. And you can see some information about our sponsor, so if I'll stop changing the size of it, it'll help. Down on the lower left. Try to bring you as much as we can between innings for your entertainment.
Yep.
Let's take another look at the Woodgrove defense. Now that Bill knows it's there, he's going to be excited to talk about it again, I can tell.
Look at these graphics. There's Coach's Corner Grill, locally owned, family and friendly, live local sports bar. All right, there's your defense.
Number 15, Jonathan Sedmak.
All right. To the dish is the right fielder, number 15, Sedmak, swings through a high fastball. Looks like Lockhart is going to go to his heat a little more here. He's still struggling to find control of his off-speed pitches. Inside, another fastball, 1-1.
Yeah. Jono had to move out of the way of that one. Don't want to take one of those on the hands. And they're taking Chick-fil-A orders down.
Chick-fil-A orders for everybody, Rod. I'll have a spicy chicken sandwich.
I think in the fourth inning, the cow's going to drop in with the parachute.
Was that a called strike there, that breaking ball? Ball, 2-1?
That's what I got.
All right, so now it's 3-1, the count.
Oh, we got 3-2 up there on the scoreboard. We're trying to keep each other straight between the scoreboard and the
It is 3-1.
live stream.
Fastball high and tight. Sedmak will be a good leadoff batter. Goes on down the first base. That's what you want from your leadoff batter. Working a walk there.
To bat for Loudoun Valley, number 22, Bradley Walker.
First baseman, number 22, Brad Walker, steps to the dish. It's a right-handed stick, so he'll try to go the other way if possible and advance that runner. We'll see what happens here if he's going to have the bunt on. They bunted with their third-place hitter last inning.
Yeah, they did. Moved the runner around, but couldn't take advantage.
You'll see that Coach Russell Smith thinks a bunt is coming. He's got his third baseman way up on the corner there, Rod. That's Christian Heil creeping in from third.
A nice place to hit it. An easy double down that line.
He'll foul it almost straight back. And Lockhart will even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Walker on first. Lockhart takes a courtesy glance over. Not a big lead, but he will throw over. Keep an eye on him. Sedmak dives in. It's a 1-1 pitch from Lockhart. Another fastball. He's going.
High throw.
He's going to get under the throw, I believe. Yep,
Safe.
Throw was a little high. Setback. Swipe second base, and now he's in scoring position with nobody out. And there's 2 strikes, 1 and 2. A little bit of a high throw, and Sedmak was able to sneak under it.
Yeah, I think it would have been in time, but yeah, like you said, just too high.
I apologize. I didn't know he was going on the pitch. The wall was in my way. I think he went in that one. I think he offered. Then they're going to ring him up. They peeled it. Oh, they say no swing. They appeal out to the base ump. And he says no swing. That's a ball, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 1 and 2 and 2 now.
2 and 2.
Count.
There's a breaking ball, the first one of the game that he snaps off.
Punched him out.
Yeah, he's been trying to get the feel on his curveball. That was virtually unhittable. Started at his shoulder, snapped it off right over the inside corner for the first out of the inning.
I like this umpire. He really punches him out.
Yeah, yeah.
Vehemently when
Emphatic.
they strike out. Emphatically, that's a better word.
That'll bring Donna Fria. Or is that, no, it's Molnar. Third baseman, number 5. Jared Molnar looks down for a sign from third. Doesn't see anything there. Wayne Todd just staring stoically out at center field. Here's the pitch from Lockhart. Oh, looked like a slider there. Does he have a slider? I think he broke off a slider there. That was not a curveball, but it had a tail on it. Maybe it's just got a cut fastball. Nasty pitch. I wouldn't want to try to hit it. I wouldn't want to try to hit it.
A slider's something I get at White Castle.
That's a low fastball there.
Popped and foul.
I think Rod's hungry. He heard all that stuff about Chick-fil-A going in the booth earlier, and now he's talking about White Castle.
Well, you're talking about sliders.
We're going to have to order some Chinese food here in a minute. It's only the second inning.
He's probably going to hit a big fat hamburger here.
Lockhart will look back to second. No throw over. Still trying to keep Sedmak close. Sedmak did steal second. That's how he got down there. Leadoff walk. Stole second. Walker struck out. And here's Molnar going to pop one down the right field line. Coming in is the right fielder, Brady Drawball. He'll squeeze it for the second out of the inning. And Sedmak still down in scoring position. The Vikings need... The Vikings need a 2-out hit here to cash in on the leadoff base runner. That'll bring the catcher, Joseph Donofrio, for his first AB of the game. Inside corner. Looks like Lockhart settling in a little bit now with his command, Rod.
Yeah, it does. Looks like this guy's got a pretty big strike zone, but you would know better than I would. He's called a lot outside, and that one looked pretty inside to me.
That was over the inside corner. And that's fouled down the right field line, and Lockhart out on top. 0-2 to the number 8 hitter, Joseph Donofrio. No score here from Woodgrove. Time is called. Donofrio steps out. Outfield very shallow out there, trying to cut down a base hit with Sedmak on second. If he ever got a hold of one at dead center, he could run for days. He's taking off. He's going to try to steal third, and he'll get in there. I have no idea why he's trying to steal third with 2 outs, but he did, Rod.
Because I guess the stoic sign is steal third.
A low throw.
Got in there.
He's in there. He's already in scoring position.
Was that a ball? That was a strike. Oh, no, we're still at 0-2.
It must have been a ball, wasn't it? Was there a pitch?
Yeah, it had to be because it would have been third strike. Maybe that was a hit and run.
Let's see what the umpire says here. Looks like.
Well, he already had 2 strikes, so it had to be a ball.
He's not giving us a count.
It's got to be 2-2. He's already had 2 strikes. So if that was a strike, he would have been out.
2-2 pitch here from Lockhart. Right down the middle.
Punched him out again.
And Donofrio cannot get the bat off his shoulder.
Second called strikeout.
You couldn't throw it any better than that. Right over the heart of the plate. And Lockhart gets out of another small jam there in the top of the second. The Vikings getting men in a scoring position. Cannot cash him in. And the Wolverines will come to the dish here in the bottom of the second. No score. You got some stats? What are you going to do over there?
Yeah, I'll give you a couple of stats to look at. If you can look at those, I'll see if I can find a replay. I think I got a couple of at least the stolen bases. But you can see Lockhart already up to 37 pitches, so he's working much harder than Group A, but we'll see what Group A does this inning. And I'm going to try to find you a couple replays. I think it's just the stolen bases, but
kind of get the feeling that, the Vikings didn't take advantage when Lockhart was a little bit out of a command early on. Now he looks like he's settled in a little bit to me.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Here comes the first of the stolen bases, I think. There it goes. So here comes the steal of second.
There it goes.
Gets a good jump.
Throw is high.
In time, but definitely high. And the next one should be the steal of third.
There's the Percival Pub logo up there. I like that. All our sponsors will scroll across here.
Yeah, he was stealing all the way. And it looked like the throw was low. That's why. I couldn't figure out how they didn't get him.
Yeah, he didn't pick it clean. The ball was loose here. I think the umpire was going to ring him up. He realized that the third baseman did not secure the throw.
It was certainly in time. All right, here we go. Group A's on the mound. Jonathan Marquardt steps in for his first at bat.
Okay.
Marquardt takes the first
nice
pitch.
Play.
Hit sharply to third, fielded cleanly by Molnar.
That was the first baseman, John Marquardt, there, jumping on the first pitch, grounding it sharply over the Molnar at third, fields it cleanly, throws across the diamond for the first out of the inning. That'll bring the Wolverine third baseman, number 11, Christian Heil, to the plate. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. No score here at Woodgrove. There's a slow breaking ball. He really took something off of that one. Almost the Ephus pitch.
Almost a what pitch?
The Ephus.
The Ephus.
The Ephus pitch. That's the about a 50-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch back in the day. Oh, there's a base knock. That's the Wolverines' first hit of the game. He'll yank it
see if he can turn into
down
two.
the left field line. Takes a big turn at first base.
Yeah.
And Heil will head on back with a one-out single, and that will bring Peyton Dean to the dish, the designated hitter for the Wolverines, number 12. Peyton Dean. I happen to know Mr. Dean here a little bit, Rod. I just got done coaching him in the rec league in basketball. Quite an athlete, I'll have to give you that.
Oh, you said that, and I was thinking,
yeah.
he's not in 4th grade, Bill.
No, he's definitely not. He's definitely not in 4th grade.
School rec league too.
He wouldn't be out here. He's actually a senior.
He's a really big 4th grader.
Right-handed batter, Dean. Got a man on first.
See, Bill
swing and foul one off.
Bill coached both 4th grade for his younger son and the juniors and seniors for his older. Not that there's a lot of coaching in high school rec league. It's pretty much just rotates players.
It's more babysitting.
Yeah.
Trying to prevent fisticuffs. And Dean will await the 1-1 offering from Group A. Swings right through that one. Pulled his head out badly on that one. He was looking down the left field line when he swung. He's in the hole 1 and 2. One out here in the bottom of the second. And that's Heil down at first base. He singled down the left field line to get on. Ooh, he's not going to give him that one.
Ooh, it was close.
He thought about it.
2-2, yep.
Don Ofrio held it there, extra second for the home plate umpire to take another look at, but wouldn't get the call on the outside corner. Oh, there's an off-speed pitch going to fall in for a hit to right center. Heil's going to round second. He'll move into third base. That'll give the Wolverines first and third with one out as Dean check swing single. Didn't want to offer at it. Checked his swing. Just softly delivered it into right center. Couldn't have placed it in a better spot. Look for Dean to be running here. So now with first and third and one out, I know that Dean has a little speed. I can tell you that. I expect him to be running. The center fielder's up, number 5, Hunter McCormick, for his first plate appearance of the day. Valley will have the corners up. The infielders will stay at double play depth.
There's a runner on third. I don't know why my graphic isn't showing it.
The runner on third is Christian Heil.
This is the second pitch, right?
That's the first pitch. He squares the bunt. Fouls it off for strike one. Dean with not much of a lead over there.
There it goes. All right, that was odd. All right, the graphic's right now.
Looks like, who we got up here? McCormick.
Yeah, McCormick's up. Heil at third.
Right back. I can't believe.
I just spilled the Cheetos, Bill.
I thought Beth Smith was going to grab that one. It's coming right at our official scorer here, Beth Smith. Right at her. I think she would have made the grab. She was too busy ordering Chick-fil-A, though. There's the 1-2. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Swings right through that one. Dean still on first base. Has not made a move to steal second. Now there's 2 outs. And that'll bring the left fielder, number 16.
Woodgrove, number 16,
Tim Blankenship will step to the plate. Heil down at third. Dean on first. No score. Big strikeout there for Group A, Rod.
Yeah, that was a nice one. He's still working pretty quickly. He's thrown 11 pitches this inning, but keeping him quick.
Ooh, outside there's Dean finally going down to second.
Yeah. Not going to make a throw on that.
Nope. So
Smart play.
You don't give him a stolen base on that, by the way.
Really?
It's defensive indifference. They allowed him to take second base.
Is that an official term?
It's an official term. You can give him a stolen base if you want, but the Vikings were conceding that base.
Yeah, well,
they popped him straight up. Group A will take it himself, and he'll squeeze it for the third out.
So, Bill, tell the fans why they would concede that base.
Well, they'll concede that because they don't want to throw down to second base and risk the ball going into center field with a runner on third. That would have been an easy way for the Wolverines to get their first run. So they concede the base because with 2 outs, even on a fly ball deep to center field, the Wolverine runner on third base cannot tag up. So it would be the 3rd out on any fly ball. Same is true on a ground ball. All they have to do is get the force out. So they decided they're going to keep their defensive players in a position where they can make a play and not risk moving a defender out of the way or an errant throw going into center field.
That was a really eloquent explanation.
That was some in-depth analysis.
That was. Wow.
You asked me.
I wasn't expecting the entire rule book or strategy book. Let's see if we can bring a replay. I think we have one of that base hit. All right, here we go.
Well, I guess you better give, I'm thinking about this, you might as well give Dean a stolen base, I guess, because I don't know if they do that in high school. I mean, he was running.
Yeah, I don't know.
We should ask.
There's the hit by Dean that drove the runner into scoring position, but the Wolverines were unable to take advantage of that.
Where are the, oh, the stands are behind us, all the people?
Yeah, so Woodgrove's over there.
Yeah, you can't really see him.
You can't really see him. Can't see the stands at all.
No. All right, leadoff batter here. We're in the top of the 3rd at Woodgrove is number 8, the center fielder, Riley Ashby. He'll lay off the high fastball from Lockhart. Ashby will jump out in front 1-0. Still no score here. You wouldn't expect much scoring in this pitching matchup of 2 aces tonight. Of course, the ace on the hill for the Wolverines, Nick Lockhart, and the ace on the hill for the Vikings, Michael Grupe.
Yes, but that being said, they've both teams have put runners in scoring position.
Just
no one's managed to string enough together to get anybody across the plate.
This is a old-fashioned pitching matchup, the duel of the 2 aces. And they'll be teammates next year down at Virginia Tech. That pitch is fouled away over the right side. I think that will even the count. Is that the first strike?
I got it 2-2.
I think it's 2-2.
Yeah.
The count is even at 2.
Yeah,
leadoff batter, center fielder Ashby swings right through that one. Kind of decided he didn't want to swing, but it was too late after
a little bit late, yeah.
after he had swung.
That'll bring up the leadoff batter, Aaron Lautenschlager.
That's shortstop Aaron Lautenschlager. Batting number 1, wearing number 1.
Batting for the Vikings, number 1, Aaron Lautenschlager.
Aaron ground out to the shortstop in the first inning.
Perfect pronunciation by our public address announcer.
Mr.
Crushing out Lautenschlager.
Horn, that was beautiful.
West Dick. Lautenschlager. Nothing to it.
Wes used to be the PA guy for Loudoun Valley basketball, I believe. Correct?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
sir. Ball 2.
He was the public address announcer for the big basketball victory when Woodgrove finally knocked off Valley this past season. He was working that night. No comment, huh, Rod?
Did not know that. Was not aware of that.
That's a fun fact.
I was trying to remember that.
That's a fun stat stream fact you didn't know.
That's right, because that was the night that Tyler Blizzard didn't play the whole game, and then hit
That's
about
right.
8 straight. Oh, nice hit.
There's a base knock for the leadoff batter, Lautenschlager. Rounds first, a clean single in the hole between short and third base. As once again, the leadoff batter reaches first. So there have been 3 innings, and all 3 innings, Lockhart has had to work under a little bit of stress with some runners on.
And Gingras had a single his last at bat, so he'd love to get another one here.
Second baseman number 7, as Rod just mentioned, is David Gingras. He squares the bunt, lays one down. Ball is fielded cleanly. He'll throw it over. Gingras doing his job once again. You can see both managers trying to play for a 1 run here as they anticipate a low-scoring game with both aces on the hill. Gingras does his job and advances Lautenschlager with one out.
Loudoun Valley number 21, Reese Goodland.
The left fielder, number 21, Reese Goodland, will look to deliver the first run of the inning of the game.
I believe Reese had a sacrifice bunt last inning, but
He did. You don't see the 3-hitter sacrificing much.
Bunt.
Ball is low.
Low for ball.
So these pitches here, when you get runners in scoring position, they always say, if you're watching a game in the majors, they call these pitches stress pitches. That they tend to wear on the pitcher. A little harder on the pitcher when he's throwing with a runner in scoring position. And that'll be a weak ground ball over to second base. Easy out there for Wyatt Miles. Oh, it's a third out of the inning. I'm sorry, I missed it out.
Yeah, no, my sacrifice didn't pick up an out. I got to fix that.
Well,
so my mistake.
just like that, the third out of the inning. Yeah, that's why we're not in the pros, Rod.
That's just a calculation there. That's easy to fix.
Can I blame it on the scoreboard operator?
Sure.
Or does she have 2 outs up there? So we move to the bottom of the third. No score here from Woodgrove. As the leadoff runner got on. And was there? Oh, there was a strikeout when he.
Yeah, there was a strikeout and then a sacrifice. And yeah, my little sheet isn't picking up the sacrifice properly yet.
But that's what threw me off mentally. The fact that these managers, you don't usually see a sacrifice with 1 out.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're just really trying to get 1 run, so they sacrificed with 1 out, moving a runner into scoring position, just trying to take a chance that they can get a base hit to deliver that, what we already talked about. They're not anticipating a lot of runs being scored in this contest.
Yes, definitely not. Who you got for our next batter, Bill?
Who we got up leading off for the...
Nick Monastero, number 40.
Monastero is due to
Number 4.
hit first for the Wolverines. Got
There
some
it goes,
tunes
number 4.
cranking over here at Woodgrove. Don't see any Chick-fil-A yet, though.
2 hits for both teams, but no errors thus far, and clearly no runs. Group A still working quickly, only 20 pitches thrown. As they'll have a quick conference at the mound before we get started.
Oh, yep, Group A.
Batting for the Wolverines, number 4, Nick Monastero.
Nick Monastero. I know him from the basketball court as well, Rod.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the catcher for Woodgrove. Number 4. We're in the bottom of the 4th, aren't we?
Third.
Bottom of the 3rd only?
Yeah, bottom of the 3rd.
Bottom of the 3rd. All right.
I got that one right.
You do have that one right.
For a change.
First pitch is swung on and lifted, foul down the first base, out of play. Group A will jump out in front. 0-1.
What did I do?
Another foul off, same side, but back behind the Viking dugout. And Group A will jump out on top. 0-2. Fastball under his hands, and Monastero couldn't do anything with that pitch. All he could do was foul it off. Another foul ball. This time he pulls it, the off-speed pitch, down to the third base line. Count will remain at 0-2. Swing and a miss.
Big swing.
Group A punches him out. Fastball right down the middle for the first out of the inning. Locker's not batting.
You only have 9 batters.
Yep.
Up to bat for Woodgrove, number 2, Ethan DeZorn.
That'll bring the shortstop number 2, Ethan Nazarn, to the plate. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
No, still not. That's the problem.
Another off-speed pitch by Group A right over the middle. What did Nazarn do this first time up there, Rod?
Tell you in a second here.
Not a trick question.
Get my He ground out to second base.
Ground out to second base. That ball is low and away as he's gone with 2 straight off-speed pitches here to DeZarn. Count evens at 1. That one's punched down the right field line just out of the reach of the first baseman, Brad Walker. 1-2 as Group A is getting on top of these Wolverine hitters.
Yeah, he's getting on top in a hurry, too. He's just keeping that pitch count low.
There's the 1-2 pitch from Group A. Low in the dirt. Even the count at 2.
Yeah, we got a good signal. Dropping less than 1%. Should be good. Shouldn't be much buffering going on at home.
Here's the 2-2 pitch from Group A to DeZarn. Fastball. Fouls it off. DeZarn hanging tough in the box.
Yeah, we're trying out some new equipment tonight, Bill. It's signal's a little dicey at Woodgrove sometimes, so we got a signal booster and have a very high-tech system of running the cord through the window and out to the stands.
2-2 pitch from Group A. Gets some. DeZarn put up a battle there, fouled a few off, but Group A gets him and punches him out for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, I mean, this is how fast he's working. It seemed like a battle. He only threw 6 pitches.
Yeah.
Number 10, Brady Drawball.
The right fielder, number 10, Brady Drawball.
Let's see what he did.
Draw ball.
Brady with a called strikeout in the first inning.
Doesn't get the call high and outside. Just tried to get the corner, but could not get the call. And he'll fall behind the hitter, 1-0. That one's way inside. He'll fall behind 2-0. Went with an off-speed pitch. Looked like a changeup. I haven't seen many changeups from him. Any idea how hard Group A throws? He must be in the high 80s, I would imagine.
We're going to need more sponsors for him by radar gun, Bill.
Okay, all right. Swings right through that one. He'll get on top. No, I'm sorry, it was 2-0, so now the count moves to 2-1.
Yeah. I don't think I have enough hands to run the radar gun as well.
Draw ball doing him a favor there. That looked like it was going to be ball 3, but he offered at it. That's right. Oh, he doesn't get the call in that outside corner either. Donofrio was setting up outside. He hit him right in the glove. Donofrio looking back. Doesn't get the call on that one. Looked like he painted the corner to me, Rod.
Yeah, I thought it was a ball, but, that's just my very unprofessional eye.
Oh, and that one is skied out to left field, way up there. And the left fielder, Reese Goodland, will squeeze it for the third out of the inning. After 3 here at Woodgrove, no score. What do you got there, Statmaster?
Oh, give me a second. It's a 2-man crew. We don't have 30 people running all the stats. So
all the other employees called in sick tonight.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. 2 hits each. Group A's still only throwing about 12 pitches per inning. 35 pitches through 3 innings. Not bad. 4 strikeouts. Look at between the 2 pitchers, 8 strikeouts and 1 walk. Between them, they've thrown 54 balls and only 54 strikes and 30 balls. No errors thus far. 2 hits each.
All right, give me a quick chance to run through our sponsors once again. We're going to welcome aboard our newest sponsor from Long and Foster, a Percivillian herself and a big supporter of all sports, Lydia Clark. Lydia is over right behind us now watching her son play baseball at Mountain View. We appreciate her sponsorship. And also another new sponsor coming to Percival this summer. My man Kevin Bednar's owner of the Ashburn Pub will be opening up his second location in downtown Percival where the Coney Island Diner used to be. And we'll have the Percival Pub coming this summer. Thank you for his sponsorship as well. And, of course, a thank you to Loco Sports, Voice Sports, our friends down at Coach's Corner Grill, Velocity Wings, First Team Sports, Pat Cunningham, Valley Energy, Mannix HVAC as well.
At that for the Vikes, number 33, Michael Grupe.
All right, the pitcher will lead off the top of the fourth, Grupe, who also is the cleanup hitter for the Vikings. You don't see that too often, Rod.
No, you don't, but at this level you get a lot more of it than at others. I went in for a ball, correct? You see
That was low, yeah.
Grupe struck out in the first.
High heat from Lockhart evens the count at 1. Looks like the wind blowing slightly out to left field. That's right down the middle. 1 and 2, Lockhart ahead in the count. Brisk evening out here, Rod. It feels like it's in the 50s to me.
Yeah, it does.
Is it?
I think it got to 60 maybe today, but it's overcast. Always makes it feel colder too.
Swing and a miss. That'll be the 5th punch out of the evening for Nick Lockhart as he punches out his counterpart, Michael Grupe.
Yeah, it's second strikeout for Mr. Grupe as well. So he's doing better on the mound than he is at the plate right now. Jonathan Sedmak coming up. He had a walk in the second inning. Try to get things going again for the Vikes.
Swing and a foul straight back right in front of us here at the press box. And once again, Lockhart will be on top. 0-1. I do like the view of this field, though. Nice mountains over there, the Blue Ridge Mountains in the left. I like that view.
Yeah, it is pretty in the.
Yep. Oh, he hits him.
All right, there's the first one of
Sedmak
those.
will get on base again. Doing a good job of getting on as Lockhart comes a little bit too high and a little bit too tight that time. Gets him in the left shoulder.
Yeah. Doesn't look like he got hurt by that one at least.
No, I think he's all right.
Yeah.
And he did steal last time he was on first, I believe, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He stole second and third.
All right, that'll bring number 22, the first baseman, Brad Walker. Let's see if they bunt here with a man on. They do. There's one out, and they'll throw down. He gets under the tag. Once again, you don't see that too often. There's already one out in the inning, but the Vikings still trying to sacrifice, giving up an out.
Bill, that was a strike, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're willing to give up an out to get a guy into scoring position. That's how much respect they have for Lockhart.
And that's a nice
and
bunt.
he will do just that as Walker advances the runner once again. 4 innings, I think they've had a runner in scoring position every inning.
I think
They're trying to punch. They're trying to punch across the first run of the game.
Valley, number 5, Jared Molnar.
The third baseman for the Vikings, number 5, Jared Molnar, will get a chance to deliver a 2-out RBI here for the Vikings in the top of the 4th. Lockhart looks at the runner. Off-speed pitch is high. He'll fall behind 1-0. The catcher, Donofrio, on deck for the Vikings. A little nub route to shortstop. Big, easy hop for DeZarn. Throws a little bit down the line, but it's squeezed, and he'll tag him out. John Marquardt puts the tag on Molnar, who cannot deliver the 2-out RBI. Once again, the Vikings waste a base runner.
That's the second time they've had to tag him out at first by an actual tag, not hitting the base. So their throws are coming off a little bit, it seems like.
Yep. We'll move to the bottom of the 4th. Got some tunes coming at us here. Woodgrove. You got some stats up there?
Country coming at you, yeah. Let's let him run here. All right, here's your line score. So Lockhart threw 4 innings, he's thrown 60 pitches almost, so averaging about 15 an inning. He started off a little worse than that, but has settled into a groove here.
Well, the good thing about all these strikeouts and outs is that we'll get home in time to watch some hockey as the NHL playoffs are underway.
This is true. This is true. See, last night the Lightning, the best team in the NHL, went down 4-3.
Yeah, they Columbus came back. They were down 3-0. Yeah, they were down 3-0, and the Blue Jackets came storming back. Personally, I have nothing against the Capitals. I'm rooting for them, but I'm a Bruins fan. So we got a tough game tonight against the Maple Leafs.
You must be from Boston because you're a Red Sox fan too.
I'm actually not from Boston.
You're not from Boston. You just like the way it's. You just like the B.
Grew up in
B
Philadelphia.
rhymes with Bill. So you like, but do you like the Sixers or the Celtics?
No, I don't. My son Will does though. I like the Oakland Raiders, unfortunately.
Oakland Raiders. Yeah. So you got the Boston Bruins, the Boston Red Sox, and the Oakland Raiders.
Well, we don't have all night to talk about my problems.
I don't know if it's a problem.
My issues. All right, leading off for the Wolverines here in the home half of the fourth inning is the second baseman, number 9, Wyatt Miles.
Wyatt hit a blooper to center in the first inning.
Off-speed pitch. Won't get the call. Looked like a strike to me. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Must have been a little high.
You're announcing like a homer here.
Must have been a little high.
On the mound.
Can the home plate umpire hear me? That one is way up high. Comes back with the fastball, and he falls behind Miles 2-0.
Ooh, we should see if we can get an update. There's a softball game going on between these two behind us. In fact, we were originally going to cover that, and then we found out that these two fine pitching prospects were facing each other. And
there's a nice play by Molnar.
Wow, nice play.
Throws it in the dirt, but it's picked clean over there by Walker. And Miles making some solid contact. Wyatt's dad, Dan Miles, runs the fielder's choice here in Purcellville. That'll bring the first baseman to the plate, number 13, John Marquardt.
We'll definitely get you that replay between innings here.
What's that?
We'll get that replay between innings.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Molnar.
Does, yeah.
And Molnar will stay way up on the grass. He's way in tight, which makes it all the more impressive with that play he made on Miles when you got a right-handed batter that gets a hold of one and you're way up tight like Molnar is.
Yeah.
You got to be on your toes.
Got to be awfully quick. Marquardt grounded out to
So this is the cleanup hitter. You would normally think is a power hitter, but look where Molnar is playing. There's another one.
Oh, right over his head.
Just what we're talking about right there. Right?
Yep.
I mean, what?
Goes back
you can't do it any better than that. That's how we do here at StatStream.biz. Come on. We're talking about how far up he is on a cleanup hitter. Should have been playing. I can't question the guy's got 500 victories.
I know, yeah. Hard to argue too much, but that was a nice line shot over there.
He stays where he's still going to stay up there. But if he would have been back maybe 1 or 2 feet against a cleanup hitter, he could have squeezed that one easily. Base hit, though, from Marquardt. Oh, another one.
Another one. That was higher. It wouldn't have mattered where he was on that one.
Nope. Back-to-back hits. And for the first time, Group A will have some stressful pitches coming at him as the Wolverines put back-to-back base hits on the board. First and second, 1 out. My man Peyton Dean here, who had a single in the right center, his first at bat on check swing that he just delivered softly out in the right center.
Good remembering there, Bill.
Remembering.
Good remembering.
Like an elephant over here. That pitch is a little low. Dean will jump ahead of Group A 1-0. Group A looks in, checks the runner at second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's right down the middle.
Got him. Nice
Even
pitch.
the count at 1.
He's at 1.
You got your base runners out there?
Yeah. Heil and Marquardt.
Look at that.
First and second.
Heil on first. Marquardt. Back-to-back singles for those two. Dean once again pulling his head out there, looking at the Blue Ridge Mountains on that swing.
Well, they are pretty out there.
They are nice. I enjoy looking at them myself.
Yeah, they'll be pretty in a couple of weeks when the spring.
1 and 2. As Group A will try to get the first out of the inning.
Second. Out of the inning. He had a ground out.
Second out of the inning. That's popped up. and looks like he's going to have a play, and he does squeeze it.
And right behind the pole. Well, he got it. You can see the umpire's call.
He did get
Couldn't
it.
see it on camera. What?
And that's the second out of the inning. I'm getting old. I can't count that high.
At bat for Woodgrove, number 5, Hunter McCormick.
Beth Smith, I just look at the scoreboard and know what's going on. She's flawless out there. I know.
Hunter struck out in the second.
Center fielder number 5. Is that right, Hunter McCormick?
Yes.
I'm all rattled now.
Yeah. So Group A will look for another strikeout here and get himself out of the inning. First real jam he's been in.
Another breaking ball there, just a bit outside. Wolverines looking to jump on top here with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Also one on first base. Group A checks the runner on second. That ball is lifted straight out. That'll be a can of corn in left field.
Got it.
Right to Goodland. And Group A pitches out of a jam here in the 4th. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Still no score.
I'll bring you a couple replays here in a second. Let me get my next inning ready. Give you a line score and find a replay. I think we'll start with Molnar's nice play at third, and then maybe we can show you a couple base hits.
Once again, my name is Bill Russatello. This is the replay stat master, cameraman extraordinaire, Rod Ogren. He's going to be bringing you some stats and some replays.
Okay, here comes Molnar. Yeah, this is a nice play by Molnar at third. See, look how far in he is. And just snags it beautifully. Of course, then, as we said that, the very next batter did this.
Little ditty.
He's still in
Oh,
far.
sorry.
Look how far in Molnar is. And watch this. Zip. Oh, no. Same play. Never mind. Let's go and find the next one. Sorry about that. All right. This should be it. There it was. Ripped right over his head. We talked about him being in too far, and there he paid for it. But, as Bill said, Woodgrove could not take advantage.
All right, the catcher will lead off the top of the 5th for Valley. Joseph Donofrio, number 29.
Sorry about the camera there.
That ball is lifted out to left field. That'll be right at the left fielder. And Blankenship will squeeze it. 1 pitch, 1 out for Lockhart in the top of the 5th. The center fielder, Riley Ashby, will step to the plate. Number 8. What did Riley do his first time up there, Rod?
He struck out in the 3rd inning, Bill.
All right. He checks his swing and takes a called strike.
It was a strike, okay.
Lockhart is working quickly here in the 5th. I think he wants to get home and watch the Caps game as well. Fouled off behind the Valley dugout.
That's what DVRs are for.
He's on top 0-2.
Got those 20-minute breaks between periods in hockey. You need to be able to blow through those.
Bit outside. He'll lay off the outside fastball for ball 1. No score here on top of the 5th from Woodgrove. Lockhart and Group A in the anticipated pitching duel. That ball is lifted down the right field line. It's going to drift into foul territory, but it's squeezed by the right fielder, Brady Drawball, for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring off the leadoff man, the shortstop, number 1, Aaron Lautenschlager.
Batting for Valley, number 1, Aaron Lautenschlager.
So you can see Aaron ground short in the 1st and hit a single in the 3rd.
Right down the middle, he's taken all the way, and once again, Lockhart jumps out on top.
Oh. Did you get it?
There's the off-speed pitch, leaves it up high. Lautenschlager lays off of it, even the count at 1.
A little low on that one as well. Looked like it's low and outside from here.
2-1. She falls behind the hitter. Low and outside as well. Lautenschlager up 3-1.
So you think he's going to be taking on this one, Bill, or you think they're going to let him swing away?
That's an excellent question, Rod. I think they might let the leadoff man swing away. And they do.
They do.
But he lifts it straight into left field. And once again, 3 up there and 3 down for Lockhart. And we'll move to the bottom of the 5th. An easy inning there for Lockhart.
That was a quick inning.
He needed that because the Vikings have had some base runners. You got some pitch counts there for us?
Yes,
Stat
we
Master?
do. So Lockhart's at 69 pitches. Group A's at 47. 9 strikeouts between them. 5 for Lockhart, 4 for Group A. 1 walk for Lockhart. And Group A is a little bit more accurate. 33 strikes to 14 balls. Whereas Lockhart's 41 strikes to 28 balls. Lockhart did have 1 hit batsman. Woodgrove takes its 2 hits last inning. Goes up 4-2 in the hit count.
All right, thank you, Rod.
You are welcome.
And Group A getting through his warm-up pitches. Give me a quick chance to thank all of our sponsors here. First Team Sports, Pat Cunningham, his brother Kelly Cunningham. If you need some apparel, looking to put a logo on a business attire or any athletic jerseys for your kids, you want to do some fundraising for your schools, First Team Sports. They're the ones to contact. Velocity Wings for their award-winning gourmet wings. 6 locations throughout Virginia. Valley Energy. Mannix HVAC. I'm going to nail this one. If a problem occurs, Rod, with your heating or cooling system, don't panic. Call Mannix.
Very good. You nailed it.
They'll be there when you need them. Coach's Corner Grill. Locally owned, family-friendly, and live local sports. If you're not at the game, you better be at Coach's Corner. And, of course, Voice Sports, your buddy Wayne, and Loco Sports. Leading off for the Wolverines is number 16, the left fielder, Tim Blankenship. See that a lot in baseball. He squeezed the 3rd out of the inning, and now he's leading off the home half.
Whoops. Don't have Blankenship on the roster.
That's going to be a single out to center field.
Drops
it gets
in.
past the center fielder. He takes a bad angle. He's looking to go 3. He'll round second. He'll go 3.
He's coming 3, no doubt.
He'll go into third base with a leadoff triple for the Wolverines.
Wow. If he'd have stood up, I think it was the shortstop misplayed the throw in, and he could have actually come home on that.
Well, the reason I said single was because it should have been a single, and you're going to have to give him a triple because he didn't get a glove on it, but the ball was misplayed by the center fielder, Riley Ashby. You know, the outfielders are taught at a young age to circle the ball, and he took a direct angle at it, and as soon as it hit, it skipped right past him. So Group A in a big jam here in the bottom of the 5th. Man on third, nobody out for the Wolverines. Swing and a miss. As any kind of contact would bring a run in, you would think, but as I say that, I see that Wayne Todd has his infield way in. Everybody's in on the infield. Even the outfield is in.
Yeah, they're really trying to prevent a run. It's similar to the offensive strategy. They were bunting with 1 out.
Look for the Wolverine hitters to be swinging here, just trying to make contact. He swings at both offerings. He's in the hole here, 0-2. And what Group A really needs here is a strikeout. As the Woodgrove fans in the press box don't like to hear that. Silence. Crickets over here.
Yep, fouled it off again. You're right, though. He's taking a cut at almost everything.
I think 1 run could win it. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Fouled off. The count remains 0-2. Group A needs to break off an off-speed pitch here, Rod.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Just get him 1 out at least.
He comes back with the fastball. Will they send him? It's fly out to right field. It's going to be. They're going to send the runner. Here he comes. A throw in. It's going to be a play at the plate. He is out at home plate. What a play by the Viking right fielder.
That was a nice
What
throw.
a hose there by the right fielder. Number 15, John Sedmak, hoses down the leadoff base runner. The Wolverine third base coach, I believe, was Russell Smith, right? You can't blame Smith. You got to try to get a run any way you can in that situation, Rod.
Wow, that was a great play. Nice throw, and Donofrio made the
replay.
Made the tag. Yeah, I got a replay.
What a play!
Thank you for reminding me, though. Yes, and we did catch that on replay, so you'll see that later.
Group A gets better. He's looking to get a strikeout, but he does one better. He's able to erase the runner, and they come up with a double play.
Well, you know what? The defense needed to make up for the last play where the center fielder sort of misplayed it and gave him 2 extra bases. So Sedmak looking out for his fellow outfielder there, Ashby, by making a beautiful throw in.
Yep. If you're scoring at home, that'll go 9-2 for the double play. 9-2, and the Vikings are able to get 2 outs on 1 play. And Group A all of a sudden is looking to get out of the inning unscathed. Nobody feels better about that double play ride than center fielder Riley Ashby.
Yeah, so I think he's going to have to buy. He's going to have to buy some Chick-fil-A for Mr. Sedmak.
Yes,
there.
he is. There's a ball that's driven deep into right field. That's going to be, and he gets back Sedmak.
Yep, Sedmak again.
He got a piece of that one, and Sedmak coming up big. He'll get a bunch of high fives as he comes in off the field.
Yeah, he saved the inning that time. That was beautiful.
You'll see that here he comes, coming in. They're going to get a bunch of high fives at the Valley dugout.
I can't see the dugout.
You can't get that far?
Yeah, there I got it. Well, it's a little late now.
There you go.
Kind of
missed help you out.
Yeah.
Sedmak going in there, getting all kinds of love from his teammates as he camped under it. You can't blame, once again, Smith for sending the runner in that situation. The ball was fairly deep out to right field, and he squeezed it.
All right, here you go, Bill.
Oh, here's a replay.
Here comes the replay.
You take it away there, Rod.
You like to call these. All right. Hey, popped it up. It looked fairly short, but Sedmak came in, got under it, and just threw a laser in there. And a beautiful throw and a nice tag by the catcher, Joseph Donofrio, and punched him out.
You can't do it any better than that. The one hopper right into the glove of Donofrio.
Who spun. Yep, he spun and made the tag.
Now Lockhart, who probably assumed he'd be pitching in this top of the 6th with a lead, finds himself still locked up in the pitcher's duel with Group A.
All right, so David Gingras had a single in the first and a bunt sacrifice in the third. I believe that was one of the one-out bunts you were talking about, Bill.
Leading off for the Vikings is the second baseman. Number 7, David Gingras, takes a ball inside, gets himself ahead in the count. He'll watch that one. Right down the middle, evens the count at 1. Lockhart's up to 72 pitches. They'll keep an eye on him.
I think he can go to 110 depending on when his last work was.
Off-speed pitch.
Fouled off.
1-2. Looks like the wind now is just blowing straight left. It was blowing out a little earlier. Looks like it's coming in a little bit now.
Not very strong, though.
That ball is fouled down behind the Viking dugout, and the count will remain at 1-2. Once again, no school. No school.
No school.
It's going to snow tonight.
That's next week. That's next week, Bill. No school next week.
No score. No score. No school next week. But no score here from Woodgrove in the highly touted pitching matchup between the two Virginia Tech D1 commits. On the hill there in front of you is Nick Lockhart. On the hill for the Vikings, also a right-hander, Michael Grupe.
And it's living up to its billing, although they've gotten a few hits.
Just like that, another punch out for Lockhart as Gingras decided a little bit too late that he wanted to offer at it. Looked like the pitch was outside. And a half-hearted swing there, and Lockhart rings him up. How many strikeouts is that for Lockhart?
I don't know. Hang on.
Got to be 7 or 8.
5 plus whatever he's got. 6.
That was a 6th strikeout? Okay.
Yeah. 5 coming in.
All right.
Is that a strike?
What's that feedback I hear?
I don't know. It's over here. I heard it too. Yeah. There's definitely some feedback coming from over there. It's got to be one of the speakers. I've heard it for a while.
There's one that's lifted out to center field for a base knock.
Sneaks it in.
Reese Goodlin, the left fielder, the 3-hitter. A clean single to center. And once again, Lockhart will deal with base runners, Viking base runners. The man,
Number 33, Michael Grupe.
his counterpart here steps to the plate, the cleanup hitter.
Group A is struggling thus far against his nemesis, apparently. 2 strikeouts. He needs something here to help his cause. His defense got him out of the last inning after they got him in.
Look over at the runner. Group A will square. He hits him, I think. Did he get a piece of him?
Guess not.
No, it took a while.
Yeah, I thought it did too.
It took a while for Goodlin to decide he was going to take off down to second base, but he did.
Yes, that was a ball.
That was a ball.
And a
did not hit the
actually.
bat. He squared around. Did not offer at it.
Is that a pass ball or that'd be a wild pitch? What do you think, Bill?
I think that was a wild pitch. I call it a wild pitch.
I think so too. Our official scoring system up here, where I asked Bill what I should do.
Group A swings through that one. Interesting, he was bunting on the previous pitch. Now he's got a guy at second, and they decide to let him swing away. Trying to deliver, once again, the first run of the ball game.
So, Bill, if you're bunting this situation, you'd bunt down third or first?
Well, the first baseman is behind the bag, so I would go that way if I was, but I don't think they're going to bunt here with a cleanup hitter.
Yeah.
I'd let him swing away. You hope that he can just get a piece and drop one in somewhere.
Ooh,
fouls that one straight back. He had a nice cut at that one. Looked like he was sitting on a fastball, and he got it, but just a bit under it.
Looks like Nick's pitching him really inside here. Or is that just me?
The man of the hour is on the on-deck and in the on-deck circle, Tim Sedmak.
Tim Sedmak.
Oh, it's his dad, Tim.
John Sedmak.
I know his dad. Oh, that one is inside and fouled off the home plate umpire's face mask.
Yeah, he's definitely pitching him inside. I'd be curious if he tries to get him to reach on
You'll
an outside
see the
one
catcher there for the Wolverines, Monastero, doing his home plate umpire a little favor there. He just walked out for no reason towards Lockhart just to give the plate umpire a little more time to gather himself. And, of course, he's going to suck up to the plate umpire as much as he can. A nice move there by the youngster, Monastero. That ball is fouled off behind the Viking dugout, and the count will remain at 2-2. One down, top of the 6th, no score, Valley and Woodgrove. Group A versus Lockhart. What's that?
This will be the 7th pitch of this
at bat. It's not coming from me, is it?
No, there's feedback over there. It's like a speaker or something over there. Unplug it. Here we go.
All right, here's the 2-2 pitch. As Goodlin is on second base, they're going to try to hold him close as Dezarn sneaks in behind him. A single will deliver a run here. Ball is low, and the count will go full. 3-2. One out. Top of the 6th from Woodgrove.
He's definitely making him work. This will be the 8th pitch. The Group A's
Yeah,
seen.
good at bat by Group A.
Yeah, definitely.
Once again, Dezarn will sneak in a little bit and creep in behind Goodlin. Lockhart deals. It's skied up. That's not going to be deep enough.
Nope.
It's not going to get anybody advanced on that one. That's going to be the second out of the inning.
Okay.
And that'll bring John Sedmak to the plate. Of course, Sedmak with the big defensive play in the bottom of the fifth, catching the fly ball, throwing a perfect strike to Donofrio to double up. Was that Marquardt that was on third base that got hosed at the plate?
I think so. Yes. Was it Marquardt?
It wasn't him?
I don't know. So Sedmak has reached both at bats. He walked in the first and then was hit by a pitch his last at bat.
No.
And he would love to get a hit here.
Yep.
It was a ball.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Sedmak. That's right down the middle.
Pipe.
It's getting a little dark here at Woodgrove. The lights are on. No score. Man on scoring position on second is Goodland. Sedmak at the plate. Lockhart on the hill. The 1-1 offering is fouled off. He saws him off again.
Lockhart approaching 90 pitches here. Vikes would love to get him, if they can't score here, at least get him to throw a lot of pitches and force him out at the seventh.
Here's the 1-2 pitch by Lockhart. Breaking ball right back up the middle. Bizarne's going to gather it. He'll throw over.
Nicely played.
And Lockhart gets out of a little jam in the top of the sixth. We'll move to the bottom half, the home half of the sixth. No score. Woodgrove and Valley. You going to throw some stats at him there, Statmaster?
I'm going to throw some stats at him as soon as I get I got to flip to the next inning, which will update the stats. So just give it a second here. Refresh that. And there you go. So Lockhart at 89 pitches now. So the Vikes would love to get him out to 110 and force him out. He's got one wild pitch and one hit batsman. So there you go. Neither team. Well, actually, we're batting almost 300 this game. I'm also going to see if we can get a replay of that last. It was a decent little play by the second baseman. Let's see if we can bring that to you here quickly. This was the last play of the last inning. Thought it might have come in clean, but sorry, that was the shortstop. Made the nice play there, scoops it cleanly, and throws to first to get him out of the inning.
Thank you, Rod, for those
You are welcome.
Wonderful highlights.
Who's going to be our batter?
Is that number 10
Number
coming
10.
to the dish? Draw ball, the right fielder.
Brady Drawbra. Get that for you. Update the batter. Okay, there you go. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's in my bag. Brady struck out in the first on the side pocket. Side pocket. There you go. Unzip that. Brady takes ball one. Brady was struck out in the first. Thank you. And hit a fly ball to left in the third. That was way inside.
High and tight there. Count evens at 1. Group A still on the hill for the Vikings. Lockhart still pitching for the Wolverines.
Yeah.
That looked to be a little low, but he'll get the call from the plate umpire to jump ahead 1-2.
Way outside on that one. Oops.
Got some kids having some fun here at Woodgrove. 2-2 pitch from Group A. Swung and driven. Popped up the left field. It looks like he lost it, but he'll gather it.
Yeah. Misjudged it a bit there, but
yeah, Goodland stood still. Gets back with it and squeezes the first out of the inning. That'll bring the second baseman, number 9, Wyatt Miles, to the plate.
At bat for the Wolverines, number 9, Wyatt Miles.
Oh, let's see what Wyatt did here. Wyatt had a fly ball to center and ground out to the third baseman in the fourth inning.
That ball is popped up in
Loops.
this weekly behind second base.
Yeah.
Didn't get anything on that. And that is squeezed by David Gingras for the second out of the inning. And that will bring the first baseman, number 13, John Marquardt. So Group A trying to go 1, 2, 3 here in the sixth.
Marquardt had a single in the fourth.
Throws the off-speed pitch right over the middle. You can see his knees buckle on that one. He was looking fastball and got the off-speed delivery. Group A on top. He's working quickly here now. Another off-speed pitch. Clean single in the hole between short and third. Back-to-back breaking balls, and Marquardt looked like he was ready for that one.
Yes, he did. He got good contact and drove it right out there.
So the Wolverines get a base runner.
Batting for Woodgrove, number 11, Christian Heil.
With 2 outs in the bottom of the sixth, the third baseman, Christian Heil, will step to the plate.
Christian 2 for 2 tonight. Single in the second, single in the fourth.
Little bit inside.
Even the Woodgrove faithful thought that one was a strike.
1-0. It's a breaking ball. He swings right through that one.
That would have been a ball.
It's 1-1 the count.
She's predicting the future here. Time there before the pitch is thrown.
Nope. All right, bottom of the sixth. That ball's in the dirt.
That was way in the dirt, and he reached for it anyway.
He swings through it.
That's 2 he swung at that looked to be balls. Come on. What are we doing? There we go.
Yep, Heil helping out Group A.
It was a ball, but he swung at it. Swung.
That ball is lifted into center field. The center field. Was the shortstop?
Shortstop made it. Shortstop made it.
Lautenschlager got back on it.
Yes, he did.
Lautenschlager drifts back into shallow center and squeezes that humpback liner for the third out of the inning. And no score still here from Woodgrove, and we'll go to the top of the seventh. And at this rate, we're looking to watch a lot of the hockey game tonight, Rod.
No, we're not, Bill. If they don't score, we'll go to extra innings. We won't see any hockey.
I got to go home and let dogs out.
You're going to strand me again? Well, I'm hoping my graphic will pick up the 8th and 9th inning. I know it doesn't go past that. It only goes to 7 right now in the line score. So Lockhart's thrown 89 pitches. Valley would love to get him to 110 and chase him out of the game, but we will see.
Would have been perfect if that fence wasn't there. Ball's right there.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice shot.
Lockhart still on the hill. What's his pitch count up to, Rod?
He's at 89, Bill.
89 pitches.
He'll be facing Bradley Walker to lead things off this inning, I believe. That's what I have anyway. He's got 6 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Here at the top of the seventh,
Yep, Bradley Walker.
from Loudoun Valley, number 22, Bradley Walker.
All right, let's see.
All
What did
right,
Bradley
we're in
do?
the top of the seventh. That'll bring Brad Walker, the first baseman, to face Lockhart. What did he do there, Rod?
He had a called strikeout in the second and a sacrifice in the fourth. I don't recall if that was a bunt or a hit of some kind. I haven't got the sacrifice bunt stat yet. Takes the first one for a strike. Yeah, I think you're right too. I know there've been at least 2 sacrifice bunts.
Called strike there, and Lockhart will jump ahead 0-1. fouled off. He'll be ahead 0-2 as Walker fouls one off down the left field side, just outside of third base. Oh-2 pitch from Lockhart. Fastball outside.
Trying to get him to chase something.
1-2 to Walker. Right back.
Dribbled back.
Right back to Lockhart. He'll field cleanly and throw over for the first out of the inning. Once again, we are here at Woodgrove for the highly anticipated pitchers duel between two Virginia Tech D1 commits. Nick Lockhart, you'll see him on the hill in front of you right now, and of course his counterpart, the ace of the Viking staff, Michael Grupe. Both still in the game.
And Molnar hit a fly to left in the second and ground out to the shortstop in the third. He takes the first one for a ball. Oops. Yeah, I'm curious if they'll, I don't know, is foul ball a strategy? Try to increase your pitch count and get Lockhart out of there?
Well, if you were George Brett or Rod Carew, yeah. But I don't think
but there was no pitch
Jared
counts
Molnar
in
has that
major
kind of
leagues.
ability. I might have to go and whip some little kid's butt down there.
Yeah, I think they're getting a little loud down there. That one's popped up.
Popped up down the right field line.
And
oh,
it drops in. Three players looked
that
at it.
Was not something you like to hope. You didn't catch it on film, did you?
Well, it was behind the pole, so
the ball was
I might be able to replay
lifted very weakly by Molnar down the right field line, and the Wolverine defenders all gathered around it.
Counts 1-2 now.
They just let it fall between them.
Yeah, it looked like somebody's tried to call it and then got out of the way, and nobody else picked it up.
And Lockhart picks him up and erases the runner.
Oh, did he swing at that?
No, it was a called strike,
Wow.
fastball in the corner. So Lockhart picks up his right fielder.
Batting for the Vikes, number 29, Joseph Donofrio.
Joseph Donofrio, the catcher for the Vikings. Do you want to go down and yell at those kids for me? Sure. Just like kind of scare them a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Swings at the first. Let's see what Mr. Donofrio's done. Called strikeout in the second. Fly ball to left in the third.
There's a fastball to jump out on top by Lockhart over the inside corner.
0-2 now, the count. Tell her.
Count is 0-2. A 1-2 delivery from Lockhart. Just a bit up top. And Donofrio will not offer it to high fastball. Deuces are wild out there on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. There's a routine grounder over to Desarn. He'll field it clean. He'll throw across for the 3rd out.
That'll do it.
And that'll do it for the Vikings in the top of the 7th, Rod.
Okay. Last chance in regulation for the Wolverines, or the Wolverines, as they prefer to be called.
The Wolverines are going to come to the
yes,
bat here in the bottom of the 7th. You got stats you got up there?
Yeah, just give me a second. Patience, young man. All right, so Lockhart's up to 102 pitches. So he's got maybe one more inning, and they're going to have to pull him. So Valley's just trying to hang on and not allow any runs across and hopefully get a new pitcher to face. Grupe's only at 69 right now, so he's in good shape.
Grupe's only at 69?
Yep. Throwing about 12 pitches per inning. Lockhart worked pretty quickly in the last couple, but now my pitch count may be off by a little bit, so. Yeah, it's typically a 7-inning game, so if they're tied, they'll go to 9, 10, 11, however, whatever it takes. 220, 221, whatever it takes.
All right,
There's
so
a
we'll
really
go to
old
the
reference.
bottom of the 7th, and the Wolverines, if they can nudge one across, they will get the victory here. As looks like that's Peyton Dean.
Starting here for the bottom of the 7th. At bat for the Wolverines, number 12, Peyton Dean.
Let's see what Mr. Dean has done here thus far.
Our public
Whoops,
address
wrong
announcer,
one. Sorry.
Wes Dick, announcing the Viking, not the Viking, the Wolverine batter, number 12, Peyton Dean. Viking defense will come together on the mound. Group A, again, as Rod just mentioned, been very conservative with his pitch count. Nothing to worry about with him. He's only got 69 delivered. And Dean will lead off the bottom of the 7th. No score. Valley and Woodgrove.
Dean singled in the 2nd and hit a fly ball to right.
Low
In the 4th.
in the dirt. He'll fall behind Dean 1-0. Falls behind Dean 2-0. Stares in it down to Frio. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Right down the middle. Strike one.
Yeah, he was taken all the way.
The lights come into effect now. Starting to get a little darker here over at Woodgrove. That's outside.
Way outside.
Dean doing a good job trying to be a good leadoff hitter. Put a little pressure on the Viking defense. He's ahead in the count, 3-1. You see our graphic up there in the bottom left-hand corner. Percival Pub coming to town in the middle of June. That ball is inside, and Dean will do just that. He'll work a leadoff walk. Tongue twister for me, Rod.
That's the first walk Group A has issued tonight.
That's the first walk of the game for him?
For him, yeah.
Wow.
First walk.
That's why he's only came into this inning with only 69 pitches. But
Yep.
And we'll see a pinch runner here for Dean.
Who's gonna
Russell
be?
Smith's trying to get some speed on the bases. He'll bring in 15 to pinch run for Dean. That I don't have a 15 on my roster, so I can't tell you who that is.
Let's say Nathan Hamilton.
Nathan Hamilton will pinch run. Thank you, Wes.
Yeah, I don't have it either.
Ball's up high for a 1-0. So the Wolverines with some speed. They got the pinch runner on first. Nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 7th. If they can push that pinch runner across, they'll take home a victory here for Lockhart.
You said Nick Hamilton is the runner?
Yes. Nathan. There's a sacrifice
There it is.
attempt.
Foul.
It's just bunted foul. Nathan Hamilton, the pinch runner. At the plate for the Wolverines is center fielder Hunter McCormick, number 5.
It should be 1-1.
Do you want me to take off my headset and go down and chase some kids out of here?
Yeah, please. I got 5. What the heck happened there?
He'll get that call. High outside, paints the corner.
Oh, I see what happened.
He'll jump up on top, 1-2.
There we
I'm
go.
surprised he didn't bunt that. That would have been a nice pitch to bunt. He had a high outside fastball. He could have laid it down the first baseline, but he didn't offer at it.
And he was looking to bunt earlier. Had the count at 5-2 there. Clearly that was a mistake. Got squared away now. There
But he gets it
bunts.
down on the breaking ball. It's a
Grouper.
beautiful bunt. Oh, he throws it
no,
down the
he
right
throws it
field
away.
line.
And runners
Wow.
gonna hold at third. Wow.
What a play there. And I'll tell you what,
Critical mistake.
Sedmak made a nice play to gather that throw, believe it or not.
Yeah, he
Aaron
did.
Cole.
Way out there.
That thing almost
Wow.
skipped past him, and that would have brought in the pinch runner for the game winner. But as it is, it'll be a throwing error on Donofrio.
Number 16, Tim Blankenship.
We'll give, who was batting? McCormick?
Yeah, he
We'll give McCormick a sacrifice bunt and a throwing
and a
error on the
throwing error.
catcher, Donofrio. And the pinch runner, Nathan Hamilton, will be on third base. And that was McCormick, is that what we said?
So, yeah.
McCormick will be the runner at first base as Wayne Todd goes out to try to settle down his ace, who really has done nothing wrong except walk the leadoff batter, but finds himself in a big jam here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yes, he does.
And
nobody
looks
out.
like
Runners at second and third.
the fans
This
have
is
showed up
trouble.
here. A lot of noise over here at Woodgrove. And they'll leave Group A in, and Todd will take a long trip back to the dugout. The Viking infield is up. The Viking outfield is way in. The right fielder, Sedmak, is just about playing a deep second base.
Yep. Can't let any run wins the game.
Nothing.
Wow.
Nobody out. Here's the pitch by Group A. A breaking ball. A nice pitch there. Starts them off. They must have had some scouting there as starts them off with a breaking ball. Checking to see if they'll give him second base.
Still there.
Defensive indifference there as he takes second.
Huh? He was already at second.
Nope, he sacrificed. Oh, on the sacrifice, you mean?
Yeah. Well, it was the error that got him to second.
He did get a second?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's an 0-1. Who's the batter?
16.
Blankenship?
1-1. Yeah.
Blankenship is up.
All right.
Swings, he fouls that one off. That's the left fielder, Tim Blankenship.
I think their strategy here is to try to strike him out.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe walk the next guy and get a
Yeah.
double play.
Yep, you got to get the first strikeout.
Yep.
Group A is ahead in the count, 1-2. Check the runner. Here's the delivery. High fastball. Very high, and Blankenship lays off it to even the count at 2. The winning run is 90 feet away down at third base. They also have a runner on second base. No score. Bottom of the 7th here at Woodgrove.
You only need
Group
one,
A.
though.
Group A trying to wriggle out of a jam here in the home half, the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Group A. Breaking ball. He lays off it. A fantastic stop by Donofrio.
I'll say.
Outstanding defensive play by Donofrio on the low and outside breaking ball.
That would have brought in the winning run right there.
Full count. Here's the pitch to Blankenship.
Chopper.
And that's going to do it. That's going to get through the drawn-in infield.
And Woodgrove comes running out.
And Blankenship wins it for the Wolverines. The infield was drawn in, and he was able to hit a ground ball just outside the dive of the shortstop.
Wow.
The Vikings of Loudoun Valley, 0.
Lautenschlager couldn't get to it. The infield was up. Contact was made at just the right time there by Blankenship. And that will bring in the only run of the ball game as the Wolverines are celebrating on the diamond. Very tough loss for Group A, who stands at home plate here. He's the first one in the handshake line. Very good sportsmanship there by Group A. He's the first one to shake hands. Loses a pitcher's duel to Lockhart. Rod, we anticipated and we got it.
Yeah, we did. Wow. That was a great game. All right, Bill. I'm going to close this out here.
That's your color commentary. Well, wow, it was a great game. Come on, give me that's you got nothing else. That's it. You ready to go home watch some hockey?
That's all I got. I'm ready to go.
Ready to go home watch some hockey. All right, well, you going to give me some totals here?
Well, I didn't run the.
Yeah, we need to get some totals.
At the end. All right, we'll give you the last line score.
Here's your final box score.
Yeah, I didn't get the.
There
was a run there. Obviously, didn't go through.
So Woodgrove takes it 1-0. They end your final box score here. They'll have 6 hits, no errors, but 1 run.
I know.
And for the Vikings, no runs, only 3 hits against the ace of the Wolverines, and no errors. There was an error out there, though. There was a throwing error by the catcher, Donofrio, who threw it over the first baseman's head. So they definitely had an error.
Infinite number of hits. Yeah, I don't know why that's not working.
That's all right. There's Groupe and Lockhart, the two starters right there. They're both standing out there speaking to themselves. Those two guys there.
I'm hoping they're speaking to each other.
Speaking to each other. I'm sorry. All right. Lockhart and Groupe will both be going themselves. Both of them. They'll be teammates next year at Virginia Tech, and there they are right out there. The two head coaches right beside them. That's Russell Smith from Woodgrove and Wayne Tide from Loudoun Valley. Once again, your final score here, Rod, from Woodgrove. The Wolverines 1 and Loudoun Valley nothing. We're going to check out here. What are you going to tell them what we got coming up next, our next broadcast?
Well, we've got a week off because it's spring break next week.
There's no school. It's going to snow.
There's no school. No, it's going to snow, yes. And I'm trying to figure out why that guy's got a big old
That's the mascot.
Teddy bear head on.
That's a Wolverine, Rod.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's the Wolverine. My mistake. Anyway, so we'll be back week after next. I don't know the schedule off the top of my head. We'll have to you'll have to check the website for that updated information.
You can check statstream.biz.
Exactly, the website.
The website.
The only one that matters.
I will tell you that I agree with that. That's a Wolverine, but it looks like Winnie the Pooh to me.
Okay, we hope you've enjoyed our coverage of tonight's game. The replay and the highlights will be up on statstream.biz under the on-demand button within probably 2 to 3 hours here. For my partner, Bill Russatella and StatStream, this is Rod Ogren signing off. Thank you all for watching.
Time for